Come to Easy Solution Systems. Easy-solution.com is authorized representative of Easy Solution Systems. We are here to serve you. We are here to train you. We are here to make sure every aspect of Retailman, ESR, and easy invoicing, all the products of Easy Solution Systems, you fully understand them. Contact us at easy-solution.com at any time so that we can guide you. And today I want to be able to answer a question asked of one of our clients. The question is this: and how can he or they give post expenses and the expenses that occur in a day, and they want these particular expenses at the end of the day, it will be deducted from the total particulars of that particular day, and the balance we show. And I responded by giving them a link to our YouTube channel, which is Easy Solution 6. That is Easy Solution SYS. That's our YouTube channel. But that is the main method of posting expenses, by going to account, going to expense posting. That means you might have created the chart of account and you now post expenses from this page, which will make some of the videos about this. Then you can as well use entry posting or journal posting to handle your every cash transaction, expense, money bar, other financial posting that have nothing to do with sales. But the person still need the one that after making sales, at the end of the day, the transaction should be deducted. The amount should be deducted from the total sales of that particular day. Meaning that what the person wanted at the end of the day, when they view this particular page, so the total sales of the day will show deducting the particular amount spent as expenses. So for this to happen, there are many procedures that need to be done. It means the expenses need to be created as a product. We need to create the expenses as a product and as a group. So what it means is that first of all, based on my explanation, I want to be able to explain it more. Now, what we need to do here is, the first thing is to create the expenses. But don't just forget, this is the best way to post. But if you choose to post at the end of the day, that it should be deducted from the daily sales, meaning you are spending your money from the cash so that day, and you want the report of the sales to minus your expenses for that day, then you'll be using this particular method, not using the expense page to do the posting of your expenses. So like as I said before, I want to go back. You need to create everything now. So like as I said, first thing we are doing is to create in the group. Go to the group, stock group maintenance. Then I have created expenses as the group name. Expenses as a group name. That is the first thing. Then second thing is to go to chart of account. Then go to your expenses. You might have created these expenses under the chart of account. You might have come under the chart of account, go to the account code, which is 9,000. Under it, begin to modify the names that are here to suit exactly the name you are using under the chart of account. So you should have all your expenses written under here. So now I have make use of this. I've created this there, but I'm still going to do another one before you, and that should be office maintenance. Let me just pick up office maintenance. Okay, from the chart of account. Remember where I went is that I went to account, chart of account. I scroll down to expenses. Look at it here. So under the expenses, I'm picking 90/30, which is office maintenance. Okay. Then now I'll be able to come over to stock. Then, and I'll be able to come over to the stock. Then add and modify stock. Then, okay, under the add and modify stock, then I'm creating the name. Okay, office maintenance. Now, if you want the system to be able to pop up where you are going to be able to type, make a note, you should be able to use this. Okay, and if you want whatever you are going to type to be able to print out on a receipt, you can also include here. Then we come over here. I look for the group name, which is expense group. Then I put it under the expense group. Now, if it's a permanent expenses you normally make, then you can fix amount. Then if it's not a permanent expenses you normally make, is the one you are going to choose the amount while you are selling. That means you are going to add a date price on sales. This means during time I'm posting, the system will be able to permit me to enter the price, the amount. Then if it's a full configured particular one, that let's say you have a amount already in the system and you don't want any other staff to be able to modify that, you may remove this very one, then you fix in the amount. But you must take note, the amount must be in minus sign. That means I am fixing the amount direct. Then if I don't want to fix anything, I'll leave it empty, but you will mark here, depending on the pattern you want to use. If you want your staff to be able to edit it, depending on the configuration that is given during the setup. So everything I am doing here depending on the configuration so that was set up during the setup. But I'm mentioning all of them here so that you know that you can use any of this. Okay, now I'm not fixing anything here. Then I have enabled a date price on sales, meaning if it is configured that the staff cannot edit anything on the POS page, then this very staff should be able to enter the amount. Okay, I am done with this. Now I want to show you other expenses I posted. I've created about 3 expenses here, so but I want to be able to go look at the 3 expenses I have. So the fuel expenses, I have fuel expenses. Then I have entered the fuel expense. Sorry, that's something I omit in the first one. This very one, you must link it to the sales account, which is my expenses account that is in chart of account. So I have linked it to the expenses account that is in chart of account. Look at it here. Let me show you. Look at it under the chart account. They call up on the chart of account. So you must link it to the expenses account that is under the chart of account. That is sales account. You have to link it. Thank you. So now look at all the settings I have. The fuel expense, so you can see the fuel is under the expenses as a group. This is the name. Then I say connect it to the chart of account. Okay, then I go to the motor. Yeah, remember here is not okay. Yes, now I have to mandate, I have to put in this depending on the one. If you want any modification, it's not necessary. Before you can make use of this, know that you want to create a node where you'll be able to type something under the name. But the fuel expenses, I don't want. Okay, if I want to enable it, you can enable it so that you can be able to write 10 liters, 20 liters, 50 liters, such a thing. That is why I'm enabling here. Then if I wanted to print on invoice, I mark here. But whether you have all this or you don't have it, it will still happen. Account will be done. But depending on what you want, that depends on what you mark here. Okay, save. Then I come over to this very one. So I have done this, I've done this, and they're all linked to their expenses name connected to the chart of account. Now we are done. But make sure that all of them are under the group called this. Okay, now they don't need to be a stock item. It need to be a service item. It must be a service item. Not necessarily whether it's a service item, it's not a service item, it will still go. You understand? Thank you. So now I have all this. It is time to use this trick name to make post. Okay, let's go to our balance sheet. Our balance sheet now. We have nothing because I cleared the data to start. Then let's go to our trading profit and loss. It is also empty, so we don't have anything in both of them. Now we move. By the time you want to make sales, okay, sales, we are selling the very product, the first one. I'm selling 10 of it. Then sales is done. 2,500 is paid cash. Then the other one is paid by POS, 20,000. I made 2 sales. Take note of how much sales we make. 22,500 is the sales. Now I'm making another sales again. That 1,000 is the sales. Now we are making payment. Let's say this person is paying 12,000 or 11,000. It's cash. Then the other one is by this normal POS. So we have made a lot of sales today. So by the time we go to our report, I go to daily sales report under the POS and I click on it. Now the system will be able to tell us the sales we have made so far. 53,500 is sales. So then we have the cash of 13,500. Then we have this bank, we have another bank payment. So this is the summary. Now let's post expenses using this page. Remember, the expenses can be posted from the expense posting or from entry posting or from journal posting, whichever method you want to use. Then expense posting answer the question more easily. But in the case of the training today, someone did not want to use this page. They want at the end of their sales, which they have sold now, we have sold 51,000. They want at the end of the day, from the report of the sales, they want to see the report minusing the expenses of the day. That is the pattern I am talking about today. So we move down, go back to the posting of this. Now okay, fuel. I'm posting fuel first. Okay. Then there will be minus time, minus 2,000. I'm reaching minus 2,000. Now, because I enable this, you can be able to come here, say 10 liter. Now I am making this payment. How are you giving the cash out? The cash is being given, the money is being given by cash minus 2,000. Then done. Now I'm going to make the next expenses again. This very one, the reason why it's showing this color because I didn't make it service item. I make it a stock item. It will still go whichever one you leave it. Even if you make mistake and leave it as that, it will still go. But let me see, change it. I'm changing to service item. But remember, even if it's a stock item, it will still go. Okay. Now, this is the one I configure it direct, that it should appear direct. And that is why it's appearing direct. Then, because I did not put track serial number, it did not appear here for me to type the detail. Meaning every configuration is on the name already. So there is no need of detail on that. That's why I did not put anything here that we are allowed to type on that. Then I am saving. Then minus 2,000, a cash is being taken. There are two ways to handle this. But in this very video, I am handling one. There is the one that is cash out, which cash out does the job perfectly. It handles the job more perfectly. But I am using this method because this method affects the balance sheet, affects the chart of account. But the other one have nothing to do with the account of the day. It just at the end of the day, it will report in the account of that day the amount that is given out. That is using the cash out system, which I may make a reference of it in this. But this very pattern affects your chart account direct and affect your balance sheet and the profit and loss page. So now, if you watch, we have made two expenses. Let me post the last one. Another expenses. Okay, I think office maintenance. Yeah. Then minus 3,000 or minus 1,000. Let me use minus 1,000. Okay, because I put track serial number, there is an option for me to type here. Now, I made the payment again. Okay, so now let's take it. First of all, I'm going to take it from when you click sales and you go down to stock group sales report, then and view the report of that day, you will see we make sales of this particular group, this amount. We make sales on this particular group, this very amount. We make expenses of this particular amount. So at the end of the day, we have total amount that is in this, total amount that is in this way, then this is the cash now. Because we had 12,000 cash before, and 2,000 something, 13,500 was the cash, total cash before. But now that we have spent 5,000 from the 13,500, then you can now see it is deducted here. So here give you accurate report. This particular method affects the balance sheet. Let's go there. You know, the profit. Let's use profit and loss page, sorry. Trading profit and loss. On our trading profit and loss, then you will see that the sales we made is 53,500. Then the cost of our sales is this. Then we are having a gross profit of this. Because this is our gross profit, and now we are making a lot of expenses. Why we see minus sign in the balance sheet? Because our expenses are a little higher higher than our profit. So you can see the sales, the income. You can see the cost of sales. Then you can see the gross profit. Now you can see that our expenses, which is minusing now, 2,000, 2,000, 1,000, that is 5,000. Then you can see our net profit. We're already losing in net profit because it is higher. The net profit now, the gross profit and the expenses is higher than the gross profit, That is the reason why. So you can see that our profit and loss page actually balanced perfectly. So this is the main way. Then if you are using, don't forget that the page I used to change the account for today, because we are using that option, we are using stock group sales report, is the page that will report it more perfectly and more accurate to you. Now, if you choose to use daily sales report, you will see it as, you will be seeing that posting as discount, which you know is not discount given. That is when you use this page. So you are still going to see the transaction, which is this total sales. Now here it have decided to deduct the amount. Then the whole thing is deducted, and the real value that should remain is already appearing here. Because now this is what we have now, this is what we have. So but the difference here is that you will not be seeing it as a discount, which is not a discount, but actually in another way, when you post it through the sales page, it looks like it is a discount you have given to the people. That is why it appear under your expenses here, but also appear as a discount you gave for the sale. That's what happened here. This is this very pattern, posting from the POS page. Posting so that at the end of the day, the money will be deducted, the expenses will be deducted, and the total value will be shown. Now, there is another method. Then we are going to use this very method for you to see, which will help you, but it will not affect the account. It will not affect the profit and loss. It will not, but the total cash you are having that day will just be affected, will be deducted. So now let's go with that very one. That very one is, during your configuration, you need to configure this. You need to configure the system in a way that the person, the cashiers, will be able to print out. It's called cash out. Look at how it is. This very one, this system need to be blank. Nothing should be on the page. Nothing should be here. Don't put anything, don't write anything here. Just click on payment. It is cash out. When you click on payment without putting in anything here, you do not put anything at all, and there is nothing here, you just click on cash out, meaning that this page is already configured to allow the cashier to be able to give out cash. Meaning that this particular one, what you are trying to achieve here is that you want the cashiers to be able to, let's say, cashier sales is going on, and they want the cash point, a particular cashier that is selling, you want that particular person that if anybody want to collect money from that person, a staff want to take money, or they want to pay somebody from their cash that they are still selling in their cash drawer, they should be able to give out money. Now, this selling method is going to print out a receipt. So it means that you are going to just click without the cashier. If it's configured for the cashier to be able to handle this, it will be enabled in that cashier's password. But if it is not, it will not work. So what it means is this: you need to click here without putting anything on the system, then pay to. then you'll be able to explain for now this one you are typing. Then here you are not going to type anything in minus sign. Then you type the amount direct. Then there will be print. Now when you print out this, a receipt will come out, and the cashier, the person collecting the money, need to sign it. That is this pattern. Then because I did not configure printer, let me see if let me know whether this can be able to generate the report for loss, how the printout will look like. I'm coming. I want to know if it can be generated out, how it will look like. Okay. When configured with POS, it will generate a very nice report. Look at how it will be. Then the name will come, the cash out, the reason of the transfer, the signature of receiver. The receiver will have to sign. This is how the receipt will come out. Now the person signed this money, and it will become a receipt for the person giving out the money. This is a different pattern from the first pattern I taught you. The first pattern is for you to affect the cash, affect the balance sheet immediately, affect the profit and loss, meaning no extra posting will be done from the account side. But this very pattern, posting need to see be done at the end of the day. You need to take all this receipts and go. The one that is expenses will be posted as expenses. The one that need to be returned back to the company will be done. This only show in the record of the day the money that total sales of that cashier and total amount that is already taken out from that cashier. That is for this very one. So let's go and view report. So I'm viewing my report again. Now you can see this one is telling us there was a cash out of 3,000. This did not affect the sales. If you watch, we are having 8,000. We are having cash of 8,005. This one is showing us that our cash of 8,500. Look at it here. So it should show all the total cash of the day. It should show all the sales. It should show all the. But you also show us here there is a cash out of 3,000. Do you understand? So this one did not affect any account, but it is reporting here. So this is a different pattern. So from here, and if we go to our balance sheet here, I mean our profit and loss page, this very method don't affect any account, but it affects the record of the day. You'll be able to see how much cash that was taken out from the point of sales. So when you go to stock group sales report, it will say not affect anything here. So the only page that this very one affects is only daily sales report. That is where it will be reported and show you how much cash out, and it will show you how many number of cash out. So if there is 5 cash out, the number that will be here will be 5. If there is 10 cash out, the number that will be here will be 10. Meaning the staff will be handing over 10 cash out paper to you. when balancing account, but their normal sales will still be displayed here. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the training. Don't forget, whenever you want to buy your license, visit easy-solution.com. Authorized representative of Easy Solution Systems. We want to make sure that everything that has to do with you buying your license and understanding this software, we are going to do our best to make sure you understand it. And try buying your license through us. And we will always be there to answer all your questions at any given time. Thank you and do have a great day. Bye.